Nah, I ain't got none. Yeah, he probably was about to be coming up for a trade game. Cause I just started doing it maybe a couple of like the last two games. Doing with that 146 because he be the Russian corner. That ain't be blazing off the edge. I had him on the same side with Buckner, so it was making up for the Buckner just a little slower. But them niggas was smashing through there. Let me put this stream up in this fucking shit real quick. Waiting for this nigga to join. Nah, don't start this weekend. Yeah, that's yeah the division championships. Nah, I normally wait to the actual tournament start. Oh, I see my boy Jawan was about to go off on that nigga in Maryland. He had to say something racial. He had to. Yeah, that's wild. He trying to hurt somebody. This nigga ain't even online, dog. check it out. Yeah. Well, no, he talking about he ain't get it, so I just resent it to him. Damn, what is that? Jesus. Oh, is this nigga joining? I bet you he didn't get online yet. It's on now. He wasn't on before. I'm about to send it again. What he do? This nigga trying to shot Will Fuller bad, man. And hard hit. I think 90, 95. Alright, he in there. Oh! Drew, did you brush your teeth?
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead,
brush your teeth
we
and wash
punch
your
the
face.
second of 2 tickets to the
Man, it should be
AFC
here in a
title
little
game,
while.
and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Nick Chubb with 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now this throw caught left side. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning certainly in evidence.
Cut in instead of juking. He might have took it to the
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Oh, block.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield to throw it. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Parkey is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Hand off to Moss on the option. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. from the gun. It's Allen.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
caught by
He's supposed to
Gabriel
take
Davis.
that.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. This effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward.
And look at this, it's a fake. He will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Mayfield off the play fake. And finding the tight end Hoover.
Oh, get out of here.
This is picked up by the Bills. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Down by Sheldrick Redwine. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Oh, my goodness. I wanted to jump.
And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
No, not today.
You beat that.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Oh, that wasn't a pick? Wow.
That's the 20.
Wow, that was a pick.
Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 66 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 25 yards that time.
Nah, I think there's 2.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Yeah.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Left side, it's Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from a yard out. And once again, the Browns are back in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front.
Make sure he brushes his teeth and wash his face.
At the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, Allen.
I had the wrong.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
That was too slow to keep up with him. I know where he was going.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen again. Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 7 yards, the pickup there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
11 yards there, first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
There we go.
Now this is
There we go.
intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there.
Yeah, you said but he wanted to go to the middle. I had that locked down.
Interception. It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
Put a hold in that ref.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
They'll run here with Moss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. That's out to the left and complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mayfield looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They're on the 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Dawson Knox. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A final shot before half for Allen. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down. This a quick pass to Davis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, some strong running. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
I can't. He don't be throwing them sharp sometimes.
Down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I ain't want to try to force it and throw away. Should have said last game. I won, but this nigga, he was doing some crazy.
Now they return to the ground game.
Oh my goodness! Why they? Wow, they pulled me right
to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Toward the
wow.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately
roll. I think he's going to wait for the touchdown. I seen him roll.
A bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Fighting his way through contact. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play here for the Bills. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Allen.
Come on, they better not call pass interference. That's corny, yo.
Let's check in with the referee.
Yeah, they're gonna give him the game. Good game. Good game. I'll just jump for the ball.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll look to run with Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
I'm trying to get you, man. He's got to do the block.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Richardson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
13-yard line.
Nitty, what's good, cuz?
Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Okay.
Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Browns 20, Bills 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Allen. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Oh my goodness, that should have been a pick. Yeah.
45 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to try and run. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
From the 24, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. Think I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They owe me a pick here, man. Y'all owe me a pick.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Singletary. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. That's complete to Davis. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Bills field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage
triangle,
at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Chubb. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run. Chubb. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
Him a lot
It's
this
easy
game.
to say
We
it
don't
this
give him
way.
no more lucky
He's their main
shit.
cog.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make
Come on, get that.
Game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Return, let's go. I'm about to say, yeah, I know he ain't get that in
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Let's go. Ball game.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Good game, girls. Just watch your little ass
Browns
up.
in victory formation now as they take the knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.